New tonight, one East Tennessee lawmaker says he's concerned the state's abortion trigger law is unconstitutional. 10 News reporter Vinay Simlat joins us to explain now. Vinay?
Robin, the concern comes from what's called the affirmative defense in the law. Tennessee's law contains no exceptions, only affirmative defenses. That means if a doctor performs an abortion, they have to prove to a jury that the abortion was medically necessary to prevent death or permanent bodily damage to the mother. Idaho has a very similar law, and a federal judge blocked part of it.
An affirmative defense is merely an opportunity to defend oneself at trial.
Under the Emergency Medical Treatment and Labor Act, a federal judge in Idaho says doctors, by oath and by federal law, must provide treatment to stabilize a patient.
That includes, if the treatment necessary is termination of a pregnancy, termination of a pregnancy.
Idaho District Court Judge Lynn Windmill says Idaho's abortion trigger law makes that a crime if it's an abortion. Chloe Akers is an abortion rights advocate and a defense attorney.
Our law is so similar to Idaho's. I think it would certainly provide a significant roadmap and support for challenging Tennessee's law under EMTALA.
The judge in Idaho says the state cannot prosecute anyone for performing an abortion to stabilize a patient. State Senator Richard Briggs of Knox County says he wants to avoid that problem here in Tennessee. He's proposed a bill to separate what he calls criminal abortion from medically necessary abortion. His bill would create an exception.
If you don't act on some of these conditions when you discover them, you could leave a woman infertile.
Akers says regardless of whether it's an exception or an affirmative defense, the law would still restrict doctors.
They're still left standing in that clinic, that hospital room, evaluating not only their medical judgment and what's best for the patient, but if it's worth it in their own liberty interest.
Now, Senator Briggs's bill was scheduled for discussion in committee on Tuesday. They've postponed it to March 14th. You can hear all about that bill with Senators Briggs and Becky Duncan Massey and panelists Don Bosch and Susan Richardson Williams Sunday on Inside Tennessee. Robin.
Vinay Simlat on the story for us. Vinay, thank you.